Welcome back to the museum for part 12 of our 45 RPM vinyl records A to Z collection. This is 7 boxes of 45s that were sorted out A to Z back sometime around 2007, I'm guessing, before I bought all these extra ones that I've previously shown you on the channel. And we're starting off here with CCR, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Bad Moon Rising. I see a bad moon rising. And the B-side of that being Lodi, oh Lord, do. And next up, we've got Have You Ever Seen the Rain Coming Down? And the B-side of that one was Hey Tonight. Now, a lot of CCR's, John Fogerty wrote a lot of great songs, and so many of their 45s are actually double A sides. Both songs are good, both songs you're going to know well, and I have quite a few of them here to start off this part 12 video. And I could probably do just a video of CCR ones if I pulled them out of all the boxes and got them together, which I would love to do at some point in the future. But for today, we're just going through what's here in this box, and this one's got Proud Mary, which you may also be familiar with Tina Turner having done, Ike and Tina Turner having done a cover of this one. It was his originally. John Fogerty wrote it, and I do believe they recorded it before Ike and Tina Turner did their cover. And then Born on the Bayou was on the B side, or possibly the A side. I'm not entirely positive which is A or B. Both sides are great songs, well-known songs by Creedence. And next up, we've got Run Through the Jungle, which definitely is showing you some stacker wear. This one was definitely played on a spindle that dropped them, and then they spin and they hit and they rub the labels, and you get that stacker wear like that right there. But Run Through the Jungle, and the B-side of this is being Up and Around the Bend. Come on, join the fun with the sweet hitchhiker. And what could have been on the B-side of that? A song called Door to Door. Now that's the first one that I'm not real familiar with. I do know the song. I know all Creedence's stuff. I have all their original albums. But in the way of hits go, this wasn't one of their bigger hits. Wasn't one of their better known songs. Though you may know it well. All right. The last one we've got here in this stack is Who'll Stop the Rain? And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the Traveling Band on the B-side? Playing with the Traveling Band. Yeah, all of CCR's was great stuff. Good music. Glad to have those 45s in my collection. I have a ton more, like I said, but not in this box here right now today. This is an interesting one. You can't really see it, but it has got one heck of a lip. There's no way your needle would be sliding off the wrong way on here. It's a really interesting lip on the edge of this one. It's not particularly thick. You know, it's got some flex to it, but like I said, it's got quite a lip on the edge of it. But this is Earth Angel, Earth Angel by the Crew Cuts. And the B-side, Shaboom, Shaboom, Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, Shaboom, Shaboom. My wife's favorite stuff. She loves the 50s stuff. She loves the bubblegum. And that was, you know, I didn't really point out, that's a celebrity series, so that's a reissue where they put Shaboom and Earth Angel, 2 hits, on one. Now we've got the original here, and just the Crew Cuts doing Shaboom, Shaboom, Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. And the B-side on that, at the time it originally came out, I Spoke Too Soon. So, being that this sleeve is rather different, not one I recognize having seen a bunch of times, we'll take a second here and show you it. It's interesting. It's got a list of popular artists here, most of whom I do not know, unfamiliar with. It's also kind of interesting how the corner has been cut off. So I'm not exactly sure why or what the meaning of that was. If it was a cutout, they usually damaged the vinyl itself in some way, not just cut the sleeve, but that's what we got. All right, so next up, got a nice plain green sleeve here. And it's got Christian St. Peter's doing I'm the Pied Piper on Jamie Records. And the B-side of that, Sweet Dawn, My True Love. Okay, all right, next up, we've got that's a slightly different looking Atlantic. The A's there. Yeah. Not tremendously different, but it is different from what you normally see. And this is the Marrakesh Express from CCR, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. No Young on this one. And the B-side here being Helplessly Hoping. And actually that could be the A side. I'm not sure which one's the A and which one's the B. They didn't label them to us. Looking at the numbers, I went off of Marrakesh Express being the lower number, probably being the A side. Both of those are well-known songs by CCR. If you're a CCR fan, you know them both well as this one. When I was going through these de-sleeving them, I had Black Sabbath's tune Southern Cross. It's the sign of the Southern Cross. But no, this one's when you see the Southern Cross for the first time. Do 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 do. And there's the label for you for the A side, Southern Cross. And on the B side was a song called Into the Darkness. From Daylight Again was the album that those were both taken from. All right, next we've got a nice little Target. Price tag there, 69 cents for Capitol Records. Now the sleeve might not match, but the color scheme does. And we've got Daddy Dewdrop doing Chickaboom, Chickaboom. Don't you just love it? Now this is borderline children's. It's a children's song, but I don't think it originally came out as such. I think it came out as a novelty record. But I don't know. Maybe it is just a straight up kids. Because, you got John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt on the B side and Chickaboom, Chickaboom on the A. So you could call it a kids record. You could call it novelty. Maybe it was originally intended bubblegum. I'm not sure. But here's an interesting one for you. Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks doing City of Crime from the Dragnet movie soundtrack. Now, I love this film. And I definitely remember watching it more than a few times. I guess I'm probably due another viewing. It's going back 1987, according to the old picture sleeve here. We got us a nice little barcode there, 87. That's pretty much when pretty much all of them were getting them by that time, by the late 80s. But I don't remember them singing a song in the movie for the theme song or maybe the closing credits. Who knows? But here it is in all its glory. Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks singing a song together. And the B-side of it is your chance to do some karaoke and let Dan and Tom show you the words, and then you can sing it for yourself to the B-side, which is the instrumental version. All right, so moving on, we've got Dan Hill with his big hit, Sometimes When We Touch, It's Honestly Too Much. And on the B-side, it's A Longer Fuse. Okay. All right, next up we got a really good one. I really love this one. I just wish I had a better label to show you. Because Michael here put his My Record sticker right over that logo, which looks to be colorful on something, but it's like super glued on there. We're not getting it off without doing some damaging. So, ABC Paramount. But Danny and the Juniors doing At the Hop. At the Hop. Let's go to the hop, oh baby, let's go to the hop. That's an old song, and the B-side is a mystery track. It does have a label. It hasn't been torn off. That is some scuffing that was done, but it's got a paper label on there. It's just 100% completely blank. So, I have no idea what's on the B-side of this. the A-side only lists the A-side song. You know, sometimes it will list both songs, like we just saw with that Cheap Trick one in the last episode or episode before. But yeah, this one required me to go back to box 1 of my Mix 45s, and the very first 45 RPM record video that I made for this channel. And Dash Rip Rock doing Let's Go Smoke Some Pot, Ooh Baby. It's a remake of At the Hop with some, you know, pot-friendly lyrics. And this is what got me into Dash Rip Rock. It's a really cool recycled vinyl. You can't really make it out, I don't think, too well. But it does. It looks dirty or something, but it's not. That's the vinyl itself. It's in the material. So B-side of this is If I Hide. But like I said, if you go back into the archives of the channel and you watch the very first box 1 part 1 45 vinyl records collection video, that disc is there. That was shown there, presented there. But I want to bring it back, show it again at the same time as At the Hop here, because it's so cool. I'm so happy to have that vinyl in my collection. You know, it's from 1996, so that's a specialty one. That's, you know, after 45s had pretty much died off. Here's a really, really great one to have. Dave Clark 5. Oh, Dave Clark did not do any favors, not allowing their music to be released on CD and holding out so long on licensing it for anything. They were as big as the Beatles back in the 60s. They had a huge amount of hits. Glad all over, so glad you're mine. Yeah, great song, one of their biggest hits. But yeah, they don't get their due, and you hardly hear any of them anymore. B-side being I Know You. But you go get the Best of the Dave Clark 5, and you'll be shocked at how many awesome songs it has on there that you will love. Some of them you even thought were the Beatles. All right, well, that wraps up episode 12. Come on back for part 13. We'll have some David Lee Roth to show you.